Now, what about you and Brock? Obviously, you guys have a storied history. And I know we've talked about this the last time a little bit was about WrestleMania 19. You wrestled. I mean, you were really injured, and you did the favors for Brock and you put him over. But what about wrestling Brock?
Wrestling Brock, me?
Yep.
Oh, we did. We had a wrestling match. We did.
No, so
We
I mean
had
WrestleMania 19 and putting him over. But what's it feel
no.
like
We did a
wrestling?
real wrestling match.
Oh, you mean for real? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. That was geez. That was when Brock first started. What happened was
Oh,
the Brooklyn Brawler went to Brock and said, "Hey, what do you think would happen if you and Kurt wrestled?" And Brock said, "I would kick his ass because he's too small." So Brooklyn Brawler told me about it, and I went up to Brock and I said, "If you can kick my ass, let's get in the ring right now." And he said, "I have sandals on." I said, "That's all right. Let's take our shoes off." He said, "Nah, nah." So I let it go, and the following week he was in the ring with Big Show, and they were actually wrestling for real. And Brock was picking him up and slamming him on his back. I mean, he was manhandling Big Show. It was scaring the crap out of me because Big Show at that particular time was 530 pounds. And Brock was just picking
yeah.
him up and slamming him easily. I was like, maybe this guy is, impossible to beat. But what I did is Big Show was facing me and Brock's back was to me. They were in the ring and I was on the ring apron. And Big Show looked at me and I said, "Get out of the ring." And he said, "Okay." And when he left, I walked up behind Brock and tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "It's time to go." And we went. And you know what? The rumor is that I kicked his ass. Not true. It was a really close match. I took him down a couple times. He didn't take me down at all, but it was a pretty tight match. But who won? Kurt Angle.
Nice. See, I got confused. I was thinking you meant like actual wrestling. I didn't know it was like a shoot fight. So that's awesome. Like
Well,
real. I
no,
mean,
shoot fight,
real.
a shoot wrestling match.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
amateur wrestling match. Yeah.
Right. But that's great, though. I mean, he's probably got what 60 pounds on you, and you're able to get the victory. I mean, it's so unbelievable.
Probably about 85, 90 pounds. Yeah. I
Wow.
was 220. Brock was around 300, 305.
Wow. How'd you do it though? Like you just technique?
Yeah, all technique. That's all I could do. I'm not going to outpower him, or I'm not a better athlete than Brock. But using the technique and also conditioning, I was getting him tired, and that's when the takedown started occurring. So, there's just some tricks that I had up my sleeve when I wrestled Brock.
That's great. Was he shocked though, like at your power? And I mean, obviously you're Olympic gold medalist, but was he shocked at all that he wasn't able to throw you around?
No, no, I don't with that. He never portrayed that at all. I think that Brock thought he had a chance to beat me, and I think 9 out of 10 people would have probably thought Brock would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have like just I know you're Olympic gold medalist, but he's like, oh, okay, he's got 80 pounds. He might just on pure strength and size be able to do it, but technique wins the day.
Right, right. You're absolutely right.
Now with you, I'm talking about like WWE style wrestling and in the match, WrestleMania 19. What's he like in the ring? Is he easy? Is he snug? Is he stiff? Is he rough? Like what's it
He's
like?
one of the best workers in the business. Very light. He knows how to go. He knows psychology. The kid he picked it up very quickly, and he was really talented. Very mature for his age back then, because he was only like 22 years old when he started in WWE, and he always had it. He was a great talent, one of the best.
When WrestleMania 19 comes around, you were very injured, right? You almost didn't do the match.
Yeah, I broke my neck and I had some problems. What happened was I decided not to wrestle at WrestleMania 19, and long story short was I was supposed to do the job for Brock a week before WrestleMania because of my neck was broken. So Vince wanted to take the title off me, so he wanted me to go on SmackDown the week before WrestleMania, and basically just have Brock do his F5 and pin me and win the match, win the title. And I went to my neighbor's house about a week before that, and this kid named Johnny, very special kid. He showed me a magazine. It was a Direct TV magazine, and it was me and Brock on the cover. And it was a big deal, WrestleMania 19 coming up soon. And he said, "Kurt, I really wish you would wrestle WrestleMania." And literally, I started crying. So I called Vince and said, "Hey, instead of doing that match on SmackDown, why don't we just go WrestleMania? I'll do what I can, and we'll make it work."
Man, and it's a great match too. I know Brock gets knocked out a little bit, obviously doing
He
the
almost
shooting star
broke his
press.
neck. I know. And you know what? My biggest fear was that I'd have to keep the title another month because I thought Brock broke his neck and he was out cold, and I covered him and I didn't think he was going to kick out. And I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to hold this title for another month. I won't be able to get my surgery. And right away anyway. And Brock kicked out. He's a beast. And at that point in time, I said, hey, I'm going to pick you up, cut me off, and give me the F5. And he did. And that was the end of the match. But it was a crazy match. Crazy time in the business, too.
Was the shooting star press supposed to be the finish?
Yes, the shooting star press was supposed to be the finish. It was my idea because Brock was using it in OVW. The thing is, I don't know if I was too far out, but it was when Brock went to do it, he kind of second guessed himself and did like a stutter. And then he went and he didn't make the full rotation. He landed on his head and it was just crazy. I mean, everybody was just in shock.
I noticed too because I've seen him do it before on tape where he just does it smooth. This he did a little hesitation, and then he did it, which definitely screwed up his timing. I think that definitely kind of messed him up and just screwed up the timing of the whole thing. It threw him off, and it kind of threw you off.
He didn't make it. He didn't make the rotation because he did stutter. It didn't go right way. He wasn't sure about the move, and he just kind of second guessed himself.
Man, it's just crazy to think about. Like, real stuff happens in the main event of WrestleMania like that, and you were quick on the fly to kind of change it and basically save the match.
Yeah, well, you have to. There's nothing else you can do but make the best of it and the most of it, and that's what I did. I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't come up with an incredible finish. I just told Brock to F5 me and finish the match.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Hannibal TV.